Hi, this is Matthew Park with the YLOC. This is the 7th grade Lesson 26 Math Preview video. Let's get started with number 1. Cameron is selling shirts. The price of each shirt was $K, but Cameron decided to increase the price by 7%. The expression K plus 0.07K represents the new price of the shirts. Which expression also represents that price? Well, what we can do is take the expression we're given, K plus 0.07K, and we can simplify it by adding these two terms together. The way we do this is by combining the two coefficients in front of the variable, or K in this case, and we simply just add these two coefficients together. Remember that K has an invisible 1 in front of it. Or in other words, we can multiply 1 into the K and it'll still mean the same thing. In that case, all we now need to do is add 1 to 0.07. Once we do that, we get 1.07K. Another way to think about this is that we're simply adding 1K to 0.07Ks. Doing that gives us 1.07K, and that makes our answer B. Let's move on to number 2. Which expression is equivalent to the sentence below? P is decreased by 9%. We'll say P, right? We just have one P, and that's equal to 100%. If we want to decrease this P by 9%, all we need to do is subtract 9%, right? Well, if we decrease 100% by 9, or we decrease P by 9%, what we're left with is that it's 91% of P. We can rewrite this percentage into the P as a decimal, or 0.91. And we can multiply that into the P to get the expression 0.91P, which is the same thing as saying P is decreased by 9%. In other words, what we're doing is that if 1P is equal to 100%, 0.91P is equal to 91%, which means the same thing as decreasing P by 9%. This then makes our answer D. We can move on to number 3. The dimensions of the football field are P and Q. The expression 2P plus 2Q represents the perimeter of the football field. Which expression also represents the perimeter of the football field? Well, we have the expression 2P plus 2Q. We can factor out the 2 in this expression to get 2 times P plus Q. We can check that this is the same thing by re-multiplying the 2 back into the two variables. We get 2 times P plus 2 times Q, which is the same thing as before. All we did was factored out the 2. This then makes our answer A. You can try these on your own. And we move on to these. Simplify the expression. Write your answer using exponents. Well, for these, when you have the same number, right? So say, we can call them a to some power n times a to some power n. If you want to combine these two terms together, all you need to do is add the two exponents together. So say, for an example, say we had 2 to the 3rd power, and we wanted to multiply it with 2 to the 5th power. If both of the black parts, or 2 of your base numbers, are the same, then we can combine these two expressions, and all we need to do is add these two exponent numbers together. So that means this is equal to 3 plus 5. 2 to the 3 plus 5 is just 2 to the 8. 2 to the 8 is the same thing as 2 to the 3 times 2 to the 5. If both of your base numbers are correct, both of your base numbers are the same, To simplify them into one term, all you need to do is add the two exponents together. So taking a look at these, we have 4 to the 2 multiplied by 4 to the 6. All we need to do is add these two exponents together because we have the same base number. That means we can do this. So 2 plus 6 is just 4 to the 8. Looking at this one, we have 8 to the 5 times 8 to the 2. First, always check that your base numbers are correct, and in this case, both numbers are 8, and they're the same, meaning that we can now add the two exponents together. This will equal the same base number to the two exponents added together. So it'd be 8 to the 5 plus 2, which is just 8 to the 7. We can take a look at number 5. We have negative 7 to the 4th times negative 7 to the 5th. Negatives do not change anything. If we have the same base number again, both of these are negative 7, it's going to be the same base number, which is negative 7, to the exponent, which is just these two numbers added together. 4 plus 5 would just be 9. That would be our answer. We can take a look at, say, number 7. We have 2 to the 4 times 2 to the 9. Let me rewrite these without the parentheses. We have 2 to the 4 times 2 to the 9 times 2 to the 1. You might be scared because we have 3 terms now, but the process is still the same. Check that all of your base numbers are the same. Every single number is 2. That means we can add the two exponents, or the 3 in this case, exponents together, and it'll just equal the same base number, which is 2, to the all 3 exponents added together. 4 plus 9 is 13, 13 plus 1 is 14, so it would just be 2 to the 14. That'll be it for this session. I hope this was helpful, and thank you.